I served in the United States Air Force for 21 years and retired as a Master Sergeant. I deployed 16 times in combat situations, numerous times. I did everything from combat rescue to helicopter maintenance to serving as a Office of Special Investigations for the Air Force. About the 16th year that I was married to my previous wife, we had 3 kids, and I'd moved on to be the superintendent of my entire career field in North Carolina. On Christmas Day, my then wife told me she wanted to move on and leave us. Overnight, as of Christmas Day, I turned into someone who was a single dad of 3 kids at the age of 3, 7, and 12, while running my career field in the military. A lot of expectations, and I crumbled. Everything that I knew as my identity disappeared. I didn't know how to handle that. I eventually moved on to my final base to retire at Cannon Air Force Base in Clovis, New Mexico. At that time, my oldest son, Levi, went with me. Eventually, the schools we learned were not very good in New Mexico, so he ended up moving to Burnet, Texas. So I found myself alone. My final years in my military service, alone, not knowing what to do. I'd wake up alone, go to work, come home, and be alone. Everything was destroyed. Everything was gone. Everything that I built and I created and I controlled was gone. I turned to drinking to hide my pain, to avoid dealing with anything, to avoid letting God deal with anything. I didn't want to face it. I didn't want to deal with any of that. I would come home after work and drink bottles of alcohol this big, hoping that I would not wake up the next morning. I didn't want to be alive anymore. I just wanted it over. It was done for me. I saw no hope. I remember being drunk one night on the kitchen floor on my knees, playing worship music on an Alexa at my lowest point, begging God, screaming that there's got to be another way to live life. This can't be all there is. The day I retired and I finally moved away, and I came here to Burnet, I never had another drink of alcohol. Not since. I didn't have any withdrawals. I didn't have any shakes. That is a complete miracle in itself. I can't explain that other than God. From that moment forward, He literally came down, as the song sings, and drugged me out of my Egypt and my mess. It didn't matter what I'd done, how I rejected the Holy Spirit's path of trying to help me. He helped me anyway. And slowly, through meeting people at church, speaking truth into my life against all the lies and all the mess and the control that I had created, I finally started to understand, I guess, the real identity that God gave me. One night at a Sunday evening Bible study, the guy teaching, a dear friend of mine, called me out in the middle of it, interrupted everything because he'd been getting bugged by the Holy Spirit to pass on something to me. He told me to stop being the victim, that I am a mighty man of valor and I am not a victim. It took me another 3 weeks of praying and begging God to understand what that meant. I had no clue what that was supposed to mean for me, but I knew it was for me. It was like it was a breakthrough, a revelation of glass just shattering away, and I could see. So I gave up those things and I gave them to Him. I turned those things over to Him, those lies, and in turn He gave me truth and a different purpose. Mighty man of valor, a city set on a hill that cannot be shaken or moved, an inheritor of heaven with Jesus. My focus changed. Instead of setting up my life, I wanted to help other people, to help Jesus pull them out of their Egypt and out of their mess. That became my focus, and I want to spend the rest of my days on this earth telling other people about what Jesus can do for them, about what He did for me, and what He can do for all of them, no matter where they're at, no matter what they're struggling with, no matter how much they've rejected Him, that there's nothing but love and wonderful, amazing life and abundant life for them. As a veteran, I want to tell you that life can be difficult. We faced a lot of different challenges in our years of service. A lot of different ways that they taught us how to control situations that were uncontrollable. But I have come to learn in my time with Jesus that the Holy Spirit is really the grand chess master. He is the one that's in control of our lives, step by step, hour by hour, day by day. And when I finally gave control over to Him completely and let Him be God, it's a difference in life that I cannot go back. I can't turn back a different way. I want to invite all the veterans to understand that we say, thank you. I love you all from my heart. I'm with you all. There is hope, and that hope is Jesus, and Jesus only.